Hey, thanks for joining me out here. Sunrise on the South Platte, Adams County, Colorado. Today, we're going to take a look at some fast-moving water that you see here adjacent to a couple of cobble bars. One right there, and a larger cobble bar island shown right here. When the water is real high, it'll be up here above where you see that Angus McKirk and my shovel. But today it's very low in the fall. It's moving. Test pans are showing 5 to 7 colors on this cobble bar sand deposit here. So I'm going to try to increase my rate from about 40 seconds a shovelful unclassified in episode 2 to something hopefully faster than that here in episode 3. And we'll see if we can increase that gold yield running unclassified through the Bazooka Gold Trap and the Angus McKirk as a stage 2. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, wash plant is up and running. It's running very fast, faster than I would normally run. But the idea today is to try to get that seconds per shovelful down. And in fact, I found my first 30 shovelfuls off of this sandbar here, deposited at high water. You can see the darker black sand in there. That's the layer that I'm digging right down the middle there. You can see the dig spots there. I'm running a shovelful every 12 seconds for my first 30 shovelfuls. So let me show you a couple shovelfuls. You can see what this plant looks like. We're really trying to take advantage of the Bazooka being able to run unclassified material. So you can see how fast it just eats up a shovelful. 1, 2, 3. Stage 2, the Angus is not ideal. You can see it really backing up, loading up. And that's why I have to slow down a little bit from the 3 shovelfuls you just saw. I can also see that it's off level a little bit. You can see it's favoring over to the left side there some. So I'll try to prop that up a little bit. But I'm going to keep cranking. With those 3, we're at 33 shovelfuls total. I'm going to keep going. Average 10 to 12 seconds per shovelful. And let's get to 300 shovelfuls. And then I'll do a clean out and we'll see if we're actually capturing any gold. It's possible I'm just running way too hot and my capture rate is down towards 0. We'll see. And the Bazooka just loves it. You can see it just eating up this unclassified material. Hopefully it's grabbing a fair amount. We'll see what's in the Angus. From previous experience, I've learned that 100, 200 mesh gold is a 50% capture rate in the Bazooka. We see that on some of my other previous episodes. So if there's considerably less gold in the Angus than in the Bazooka, I'll be concerned. And if the yield is less than 0.3 to 0.5 milligrams per shovelful, then I'll be concerned that I have a real poor capture rate. If I can get up there 0.3 to 0.5 milligrams a shovelful, and I can run shovelfuls every 10 to 12 seconds, well, then I'm looking at a couple milligrams per minute. And that's what I'm hoping for out here, trying to yield a couple of milligrams per minute. If I could spend 4 hours, that's 240 minutes, I could be getting up there half a gram in 4 hours, and that's the goal today, that kind of a yield. So I'll keep cranking. We'll get to 300 shovelfuls, and then we'll do a clean out. All right, we're 100 shovelfuls in. Took exactly 30 minutes. As I was doing some pans in process, as you see, I was digging along that black sand line. I found the colors dropped from 7 initially to 2 as I got under that black sand line. So I moved down here and take a look with me. See the larger cobble? I got back up to 7. So I started digging in here, as you can see, for my last 30 shovelfuls. Those are a little slower because I do have to clear the grizzlies a little bit more. Let me show you with those. So I dropped down from 10 to 12 seconds to an overall average of 18 seconds per shovelful. Grab it with the rocks, bring it over, put it in, let the bazooka do its thing. I mean, this is really an ideal situation for the bazooka running unclassified. You can see what happens. It does hang up a little bit. So with each of these larger rock shovelfuls, I got to come over and do a little manual clearing. Same with the Angus. I don't like sticking my fingers in that Angus because it disrupts the flow. But sticking the fingers in here on the grizzlies is no big deal. So we finished up with 30 shovelfuls, unclassified big rocks, to go along with 70 shovelfuls of this sandy stuff. And that's 100 total. I'm expecting something like 50 milligrams out of that 100 shovelfuls, 30 minutes. So let's see what we get. All right, first cleanup showed about 10 milligrams in the Angus McCurk and about 10 milligrams in the bazooka. So that ratio is consistent with what I've typically seen in the past for sub 100 mesh gold, that the bazooka gets about 50% up front. I'm going to do another 200 shovelfuls now. I slowed the plant down a little bit, as you can see here. And look down here. I tried to shim the Angus a little bit more carefully. So that's a little bit more what I like to see. Notice it's not all the way submerged anymore. So that should be working a little bit better. Bazooka's running a little bit more slowly, which means I do have to help more with the grizzly bars. So we're going to do this. We're going to do 200 shovelfuls. That first 100 shovelfuls came up 20 milligrams. That's 0.2 milligrams per shovelful. That's probably all I should expect when I'm running pay dirt, 5 to 7 colors per shovelful, because when I'm running 30 colors a shovelful elsewhere on the South Platte, I see 0.7 milligrams a shovelful. So that's probably about all I can expect. We'll come back and report after 200 shovelfuls. All right, well, it's been 80 minutes and I'm at 198 shovelfuls. So for the last 2 shovelfuls to make 200, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to get an idea of the pace. Running about 25 seconds a shovelful. Grab my pay dirt, dump it in, and then, although I'd love to just throw another one over the top of it, generally what I'm finding is if these grizzly bars get covered here, it shuts down. So I can do about 2 shovelfuls and then I got to scrape off the grizzly bars. So let's do it. Let's show you about the pace I've been running at for 80 minutes. About 1, 2. So that bazooka can hold about a gallon. And now you watch as those 2 wash down. If they start to cover up the grizzly bars, I got to do my thing with the scrape. Boom. Angus doesn't mind some 1-inch rocks. They just shoot right off. So here it is, finishing up 200 shovelfuls, 25 seconds a shovelful. That's about 100 gallons or 20 buckets unclassified. About 1,000 pounds of material has just gone through. So I didn't bother showing you the cleanup from the first 100 shovelfuls. It was 20 milligrams. Nobody's interested in seeing 20 milligrams. Let's do a cleanup here and maybe I'll have something worth showing you. All right, here's the clean out from the Angus. I tried to do a rough count. You can see there's gold spread out all along the middle of the pan and then tapped it up into the corner. Rough count comes out to about 1,000. These average 20 micrograms a color, so that's about 20 milligrams. 1/10 of a milligram per shovelful caught in the Angus. So let's go ahead and do the same for the bazooka, see what we get there. All right, here's the clean out from the bazooka. I'd say about the same amount of material as we saw in the Angus, maybe another 20 milligrams. Hopefully that's 20. Yeah, I think it probably is. So that puts us at another 0.1 milligrams per shovel full caught in the bazooka. 0.1 per bazooka in Angus is a 0.2 milligram per shovelful yield for this pay dirt here. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not good. So I'm gonna go talk to my buddy Matt, who's upstream there, see what he's doing. You know, running quicker doesn't necessarily get you more gold if your pay dirt's sucky. So that's what we're learning here today. In episode 1, we were running 0.7 milligrams a shovelful, but it took a minute to process a shovelful. Here we're processing a shovelful in just 25 seconds, but it's only yielding 0.2 milligrams a shovelful, so we're not doing great. All right, well there you go. Learning a little bit about how to find gold, and I hope you're getting something out of it. Thanks again.